One final concept here, a tool to help you diagnose when you're working on your various types of topspin, especially as you're trying to create different shapes using the drill that Megan just talked about. There's a phrase I heard recently that I've been using a lot in content, but I don't think much in Academy, and that phrase is the swing path bends the ball, the racket face sends the ball. The path bends it, the face sends it. Another way of saying that is simply the angle of the strings at contact are what sets the initial direction that the ball goes in. That's the face. The swing path that you used is what determines if you have any spin or how much spin, how heavy the spin is, and that's what creates curve or bend in the ball. And so this is important because when you're experimenting, and let's say you hit a ball that's high in the air, has a lot of shape, but here I have my low pressure ball so we can really kind of see the rotation. If you hit a ball up in the air that has a lot of shape, but no spin on the ball, it means that the ball got up in the air because of the angle of the strings. And as soon as the strings open up, if you swing vertical, then the ball ends up going too far. It will not go in play. There will not be topspin. And so there's this balancing act that has to happen between angle of face and direction of swing. And this is really critical because a lot of players feel like they're getting somewhere with their topspin, but they're not actually doing the path of swing nearly enough. And they kind of fool themselves with a real ball, because it's kind of tough to read the spin all the time, kind of like pushing the ball up in the air. It's like, oh, that's got shape, and it was kind of a little bit, it was close to being in, so I just need to make a little bit more topspin. Yeah, I'm making topspin. But if you saw this ball in real life, you'd see it was just kind of knuckling up in the air. So on the flip side, if you hit a ball that you see rotating, let's see if I can do this with the low pressure ball, you see that there's topspin, there is forward rotation, but it's kind of a straight, still kind of a drivey shot, doesn't have much arc to it. Then you know that you were swinging upwards, but the racket face just smothered it and it was a little bit too close, so the ball never had a chance to really get up in the air. And so there, again, there's kind of this physics balance between racket path and angle of face. And those two things need to coincide and kind of cohabitate. Is that a word? Cohabitate? This is, I think, the second time I asked this in content. Those two things need to cohabitate together in order to create a 50-50 ball like Megan was talking about. Certainly to create a heavy kind of 90-10 or 80-20 heavy topspin ball. So this is just really kind of purely conceptual. Hopefully it doesn't confuse things for you, but for those of you who are a little bit more nerdy or kind of like to dive into the physics or different technical elements of the swing, hopefully it helps you diagnose your shots a little bit more closely and cleanly and help you get more the results that you're looking for.